Well, we made it all the way to day 4 of our Murphy Challenge, 7 steps to quit. And today we are going to be concentrating on fasting and how it helps and what it helps, especially during this Murphy Challenge. One of the main places that I have to be mindful of staying on track with the fasting is really during my job. When I'm here at my job and a lot of people are picking up, Cokes and snacks that are always available. But it doesn't become a problem, particularly after you get used to it. But the key is when you wake up in the morning, you just skip breakfast, go right into lunch. And since you hold off until lunch, that's a bit of a fast in and of itself. But while I'm at work, what I do is I drink a lot of green tea. It doesn't break your fast. Or black coffee with no sugar, no cream. That won't break your fast. And so that battle is something that goes throughout the day for me. And it kind of helps me out. But then by the time I leave here, like right now, I've just finished my main segment. Now I'm ready to go to home to go and do the workout right now. And I'm not necessarily hungry. I don't feel famished or anything like that. In fact, I feel a bit full, to be quite honest. And I never seem to run out of energy. So it's not as much of a problem as you might think it would be. I mean, I'm on my job, and fortunately, I have a job which I do just a little bit of walking around and all of that, but I'm looking at this for a good portion of the day, and this allows me the luxury of having a job where I'm inside, so it helps me with my ideal situation of trying to stay focused on fasting. But when I come to my desk, I make sure that I have all the things that I need. For example, we go here and I have this stuff available for me right here. Just that simple. Keeping it simple, always planning ahead so that when it's time for me to do some things, pardon me, I just take another one of these, drop it in there, all right? And then I go around the edge here, and just stay focused. Whenever I get hungry or whatever, I just, utilize our Keurig, make sure it's empty, pop it under here and pop it on the amount of water that I need if I don't need to refill it, But the main thing is I stay with the whole idea of whenever I'm feeling hungry or anytime I'm feeling like, I'm really, really starving, a lot of times you're just dehydrated or thirsty. And after you drink it, guess what? You stop being hungry. So a lot of times when we think we're hungry throughout the day, we're just thirsty. So I make it home and I still haven't eaten, but I have to get in and start making my impact immediately. Start making my plans to get things going. I'm flowing without thinking about it because I sit around like, look, I'm looking forward to eating right now, but I know the first thing I'm going to eat is actually my shake, which we talked about how putting that shake together works. So I'm not even concerned about what I'm going to eat. I already know what I'm going to eat because my shake is the essential part of me breaking my fast after my workout. So my reward for my workout, getting ready to do the workout, my reward for my workout is I get to break my fast. So the workout becomes more of a thing to look forward to because I get to eat. But there are different stages of fasting and what it does. So we want to go over that in a little more detail while I get ready to go do all of my stuff. You enjoy the class. I'm going to go ahead and hit the brass. So now I'm starting and I haven't eaten in about, 18 hours. And what helps me when I'm actually doing this is to cut off my heater and put it on nothing, because by the time I start sweating, I don't necessarily need the heat on. Oh, by the way, I do notice that when I do the workout now fasted, I tend to sweat a lot more. But here's an interesting fact that you don't know about when I change over to a plant-based diet. And you do that according to your own beliefs and ability. But when you're on a plant-based diet, when I change to a plant-based diet, a lot of the sweat that I have, a lot of the funk from your clothes that you would have typically, whatever, doesn't smell like it used to. And even when you go use the bathroom, when you go to take a dump, actually smells more like dirt than rotting flesh. You understand what I'm saying? So it's interesting when you change over to a plant-based diet, how even the byproducts of your sweat and all that other kind of stuff, the chemicals and the chemistry of that changes with it as well. And then when you're not eating as much with this whole fasting thing, it's amazing how your body becomes very efficient with water and all that kind of stuff with water fasting. Now we'll take a look at dry fasting coming up in one of our latter segments too, because that has some unique properties and benefits as well. But right now we're still on the water fast because I've been drinking green tea throughout the day. And you can drink black coffee too, just as a reminder in case I didn't say that before. Here are the different levels of fasting. Between 0 to 2 hours, your blood sugar still rises. You feel pretty normal during the first hours of fasting because your body is going through the regular process of breaking down glycogen. Your blood sugar rises, your pancreas releases insulin to break down glucose for energy and stores the extra glucose for later on. That's just between, let's say, 0 to 2 hours. Now, between 2 to 5 hours is when your blood sugar falls. As a result of the effects of insulin, your blood sugar decreases to near normal after spiking. And it typically doesn't continue climbing because insulin is immediately delivered into your circulatory system after eating. Well, what happens when you reach 5 to 8 hours of not eating? Well, your glycogen reserves begin to drop. Feeling hungry? Your stomach is reminding you that it's been a while since your last meal. However, you're not actually that hungry. Starve to death? Shrivel up and lose your muscle mass? None of this is going to happen. Actually, your glycogen reserves will begin to fall, and you might even lose a little body fat. Your body will continue to digest your last food intake. It starts to use stored glucose for energy and continues to function as if you'll eat soon again. Glucogenesis steps in between 8 to 10 hours of fasting. 8 hours after your last meal, your liver will use up the last of its glucose reserves. Now your body goes into a state called glucogenesis, which indicates that your body has switched into the fasting mode. Studies show that glucogenesis, a metabolic pathway, results in the generation of glucose from body fat instead of carbohydrates. It increases your calorie burning. Well, your glycogen reserves are running out. As a result, you may become irritable or hangry. Just relax. It's a sign that your body is now starting to burn fat. With little glycogen left, fat cells will release fat into your bloodstream. They will also go straight to your liver and are converted into energy for your body. Actually, you are cheating your body into burning fat in order to survive. Between 12 and 18 hours of fasting, now you're in what's called the ketosis state, which is a great state to be in. Now it's the turn of fat to fuel your body. You're in the metabolic state called ketosis. The glycogen is almost used up and your liver converts fat into ketone bodies, an alternative energy source for your body. Fat reserves are readily released and consumed. For this reason, ketosis is sometimes referred to as the body's, quote, fat burning mode, unquote. Ketosis produces fewer inflammatory byproducts, so it provides health benefits to your heart, metabolism, and brain. If you can last between 18 to 24 hours, this is one of the golden places to be. You're now at the point of burning fat. The longer you fast, the deeper into ketosis you'll go. By 18 hours, your body has switched into fat burning mode. Research shows that after fasting for 12 to 24 hours, the energy supply from fat will increase by 60%. And it has a significant increase after 18 hours. Now, number one, the level of ketone bodies rises. 2, ketones act as signaling molecules to tell your body how to better regulate its metabolism in a stressful environment. And 3rd, your body's anti-inflammatory and rejuvenation processes are ready to work. All this from just not eating. This is one of the magical points. When you reach 24 to 48 hours, at this point, your body triggers autophagy, literally means self-devouring. Cells start to clean up their house. They remove unnecessary or dysfunctional components. It's a good thing because it allows the orderly degradation and recycling of cellular components. During autophagy, cells break down viruses, bacteria, and damaged components. In this process, you get the energy to make new cell parts. It's significant for cells' health, renewal, and survival. The main benefit of autophagy is best known as the body turning the clock back and creating younger and newer cells. Then if you can make it to 48 hours to 56, first of all, you're a champ. And I've done this a couple of times, but it's like getting a free growth hormone shot. Your growth hormone goes up between 48 hours to 56 hours of fasting. Your growth hormone level is much higher at the level at which it was before fasting. This benefits from the ketone body's production and hunger hormone secretion during fasting. Growth hormone helps increase your lean muscle mass and improve your cardiovascular health. If you can last between 56 to 72 hours, you become sensitive to insulin. Your insulin is at its lowest level since fasting. It makes you more insulin sensitive, which is an especially good thing if you have a high risk of developing diabetes. Lowering your insulin levels has a range of health benefits, both short-term and long-term, such as activating autophagy and reducing inflammation. Last but not least, 72 hours. Immune cells regenerate. At this point, it's survival of the fittest. Your body turns down cellular survival pathways and recycles immune cells that are damaged when fighting viruses, bacteria, and germs. In order to, quote, fill the vacancy of the guardians, unquote, your body regenerates new immune cells at a rapid pace. This is from 72 hours of not eating. It starts the immune system regeneration and shifts cells to a state of self-renewal. Your immune system grows stronger and stronger. Scientists are still studying on COVID-19, any medicines and treatments that should be taken under the guidance of a doctor. If you feel uncomfortable, you should immediately stop fasting and consult your doctor. Fasting is a healthy lifestyle. It should be carried out under good physical conditions. Last set. Fourteen, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay, let's see. End it. Yep, 56 minutes, 54 seconds. That's a new record for me right now. So, I'm actually getting better. Truth of the matter is that I'm feeling stronger. You know, I didn't take as much of a break. I think that the fasting helps you get stronger because you have to realize when you're fasting, you're stressing your body more. Like in the old days of when you were, out foraging for food, back in the early, before civilization days. And, you were hungry most of the time trying to find food, but somehow your body would build muscle so you could go reach up for that tree and grab stuff and catch stuff to eat. So when you're fasting, your body has a muscle saving mechanism that automatically kicks in. Kind of some of the things that we talked about earlier in this video. But Yeah, today is day 4, and it's been an effective day. It's been an encouraging day. I have to be honest. I have not felt tired. I have not felt sore, rather. I have not felt injured. The main thing I'm seemingly fighting against right now is, just getting my mindset and being consistent. But continue to follow us on our Facebook group, 7 Steps to Quit, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram and our YouTube channel. Day 4. And we want to encourage you to, by all means, hit the subscribe button. Become one of our subscribers. We'd love to have you as one of our subscribers. And I know a lot of this seems real complicated and a lot of things moving together for this 30-day journey, but it's okay. Just take what you can and use it, and try to stay steadfast. And by all means, keep joining us for another day. Day 5 is coming up. Take care and God bless.